What's going on, family? Samuel Genus here with Predict Your Business, where I help entrepreneurs just like you wear less hats and grow their business in a more predictable way. In today's video, I want to talk to you about creating products that Black people need, but Black people do not manufacture. All right? Creating products that Black people need, but that Black people don't manufacture. Let's do this. If you look around in your house, like just look around in your house, right? Look around. Look at all the stuff that we buy, right? Look at all the stuff that we need. We need curtains, we need furniture, we need clocks, we need tables, we need lamps, we need construction, like somebody built this house, right? We need electrical wall switches, we need pictures that go on the wall. You see a little fake tree in the background. I think y'all see that little small TV I got right there. You see that in the background. And this is just my living room. It's not counting my dining room. It's not counting my kitchen. It's not counting my bedroom, my garage, my front yard, my backyard. It's not counting the clothes that I'm wearing, the watch that I got on, these glasses, you know what I mean? Just look at all the stuff that we actually need. Pay attention to this. We need this stuff. But how many of this stuff is actually manufactured by the Black community? One of the reasons why the dollar or the Black dollar does not stay in our community long enough, it doesn't circulate enough, is because we don't have a lot of this. You see, how many Black people are making clocks, furniture, clothes, curtains, pictures on the wall and stuff like that. Tile that go on the floor, carpets and all these kind of things. There's not many of these kinds of businesses and manufacturers, right? We talking not just retail, but even manufacturers. We don't manufacture rugs. We sometimes may sell them, we may retail them, and we don't even do that really good, right? There's not enough retailers in our own community that provides products that we normally buy. There's not enough of these kind of businesses that are owned by us. So how could the dollar circulate 9-15 times? How? When the moment you get paid, you're gonna pay your rent to who? The person who built the apartment complex. See, they manufactured the apartment complex, right? You're gonna pay your mortgage to who? The bank. Why? Because they manufactured the loan, right? You're gonna pay your car payment to who? The car company, because they manufactured the car. We need these things, but it's crazy. We don't manufacture these things. And I'm like, that's just a ton of opportunity that's sitting on the table. A lot of money we're leaving on the table simply because we're not manufacturing them. We're not providing the basic necessities that Black people normally purchase. Think about it. You know what I mean? Look how much toilet tissue Black people use. One of y'all gotta make some toilet tissues, right? The toothbrushes, somebody gotta make toothbrushes. The toothpaste, somebody gotta make the toothpaste, right? Who's gonna manufacture the t-shirts and the baby Pampers? Look how many baby Pampers, right, we have that we use. Who's gonna create these baby Pampers? Like I need one of y'all to create a company where you provide baby Pampers. There's roughly 30 something million Black people here in America. You have a large target audience. The problem is we're not manufacturing these things, so the options are not there. Look in your community. Tell me where's the option. What is the alternative for Walmart? What's the alternative for Food Lion? What's the alternative for Harris Teeter? What's the alternative for Publix? What's your alternative? Who in our community is creating a grocery store? What's the alternative for the gas station? Who in our community is creating their own gas station? One of the biggest things that we're really good at building in the African American community are religious buildings. We know how to build churches, we can build some mega churches, but let's build some mega banks. Let's build some mega supermarkets. Let's build a burger joint. Let's build some mega restaurants. Let's build some mega furniture stores. Let's build some mega clothing stores. Let's build a mega real estate development firm. I mean, think about it. I live in Charlotte. Where is the subdivision that was built by black people? You know, I hope it exists. I just don't know that it exists, but I hope it does. Hope somebody could, like, you know, put me onto it. But think about it. Look, how we need houses. We need subdivisions. You know, watch this. We need subdivisions that have basketball courts in them. Right? Because y'all know, let's be honest, you know that when they build a subdivision, they leave out the basketball court on purpose and they put in a tennis court. And we all know that that's a code word. We all know that that's a code word because most black people don't play tennis, right? We play basketball, right? I'm just keeping it real. You and I both know, right? And I'm not saying get rid of the tennis. I'm saying keep the tennis there too, because me personally, we have a tennis court in our community. I actually like playing tennis, you know what I mean? I think it's a pretty cool sport, you know, but don't get rid of the basketball court. You know what I mean? Don't get rid of the basketball court. I'm okay with having tennis, but keep the basketball court there too. But there's a reason why they don't put the basketball court there. And the reason why the basketball court does not exist there is because you and I didn't create the subdivision. That's the problem when we don't own stuff. That's the problem when we don't create and manufacture the basic needs of our own community. We let somebody else build those things. And when they don't want certain things, they just won't build it. You see what I'm saying? Time out for that. Those days are over. It's time for one of you to build a subdivision. It's time for one of you to start building apartment complexes, because many of the people in the black community are renters. So I don't know why, you know, we don't have some mega real estate development firms that are building apartment complexes, studios, 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms. I don't know why we don't have more of those, because in every major black community, whether it's Atlanta, Charlotte, Harlem, Brooklyn, Medford, New York, Bellport, New York, Los Angeles, Compton, certain places in Florida, right? It doesn't, Charleston and other places, it doesn't matter where we are, there's a lot of black renters. And so all I'm saying is, if you know that, why would you sit around and let a bunch of other people outside of the community create the housing for the black community? And the moment everybody gets paid on Friday, by Friday at 7 o'clock, $800-900 have left every house, has left every home, and has went to a completely another community. Now, I don't blame them. I'm like, they're smart. They are smart. I tip my hat to them. I call that being intelligent, because it's like, if you're not going to do it, somebody got to do it. Somebody got to build the houses. And what I'm saying is, we got to start building our own houses. We got to start building our own subdivisions. We got to start building our own apartment complexes. We got to start building our own tiny houses. We got to start owning the mobile home manufacturing facilities. I'm simply saying there's a lot of stuff that we use already. And I'm saying we need to start manufacturing those things, right? And start offering that to our community and being competitive. That's basically what I'm saying. Create those products. Create a belt. Look how many people wear belts. Create the belt. Create some sandals, some slippers. You know what I mean? Create a hotel. Somebody, please, in the black community, build a hotel. Build a resort, right? I'm tired of going to Sandals, tired of going to, all these other, resorts, tired of going to Ritz-Carlton, tired of going to the Hilton, right? We do these things, but I'm like, come on, some of you, y'all got money. Some of you guys are sitting on, $300-400 million. Come on. Some of y'all got this money, and if you don't got this money, some of y'all have a decent enough credit where you can pool resources together and you can get 15-20 black people, and y'all could bring in 5 million here, 1 million there, 10 million here, and you can create a nice hotel, put that joint, downtown Charlotte. We can create our own convention centers. We don't have to keep just going to other people's convention centers and throwing all that money away. That's what gets me. It's all the money we're throwing away. I'm like, come on, that's a lot of money we're throwing away every single week. Create your own movie theater. Just come on, we can do this. Put your resources together and create a movie theater. It don't even have to have like 20 different rooms, you know, theater rooms. Hey, if it just has 3 or 4, like, we get it. Start small, but at least let's get started. You know, as for those of you who know me, I'm Samuel Genus. I'm the founder of UShare 360. I'm not just the owner of Predict Your Business, but I'm also the founder of UShare 360. And I have a partner, his name is Corey, and we created a platform called The Back Office. Now, people may say, well, Sam, why did you create that? I was like, because I looked in our community and I saw that no one else was doing this. No one else. Most of you, and let's be honest, most of you, you use, you know, as business owners, you use Infusionsoft, Active Campaign, Constant Contacts, Wix, WordPress. You're using, what's some of the other ones? MailChimp. You're using lead pages, you're using ClickFunnels and stuff like that. And all I'm saying is, wait a second. I don't see none of that stuff in our community. Like, who in our community has something, an alternative to Wix? Who in our community has built an alternative to WordPress? Who in our community has built an alternative to ClickFunnels? Who in our community has built an alternative to lead pages? Who in our community has built an alternative to Infusionsoft and Active Campaign and MailChimp? And who in our community has built an alternative to HubSpot? Who in our community has built an alternative to Facebook, an alternative to YouTube and stuff like that? And I was like, you know what? I see that as an opening. I'm going to be the first black man to do that. And so that's what I did. I created a platform. You know, you can manage your websites, you can build your websites, you can build your email campaigns with this platform. You can build your funnels with this platform. You can manage your billing, right? You can bill people. You can send out mass emails. I don't have to use Constant Contacts. I don't have to use MailChimp because I have my own email campaign builder, right? I have my own project management. I don't have to use Asana. Right? I don't have to use those platforms because I built my own. And that's and I see that as an opening. And I know that as we enter into the future, that there's going to be a need for African Americans to use a platform. And I want to be there when that need arises. Feel me? I want to be there to take advantage of that opportunity. Right? Because I know the needs of my people. I know the needs of the African American community. And so I want to create products and services that's going to benefit them when it's time for them to grow their business. I want to create, I already did. We have the platform, right, as an alternative, right? I'm not saying these other systems are bad. No, they let them do what they do. But I'm like, I need to own something. The black community need to get into the manufacturing side of things. We can't just be the consumer. We can't just be building on top of their technology. We got to own the technology. We got to own the technology. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. We got to own the technology. So I'm putting a strong call to action for all my black people who are very good in science, very good in technology. I'm like, hey, put your heads together. I'm calling out my real estate developers. I'm calling out my the construction builders. I'm calling out the black architects. I'm like, look, put your heads together and start manufacturing these things. We don't have time to waste. Some of y'all seen the handwriting on the wall. There are articles being written and research saying that, hey, in 2053, the median net wealth of the African American community will be 0 by 2053. That's roughly it's 2019 now. So that's basically in 34 years, brothers and sisters. In 34 years, right? The research and the studies are saying that the average median wealth, right, the average household income within the African American community will be 0. And that's if nothing changes. And I'm saying that, hey, we can change that. We can alter that. We have to make a decision how we want to move forward. Do you want to be on the rich side of the black community, or do you want to be on the poor side of the black community? Do you want to be on the side, the black community? Because remember, it's an average. It doesn't mean everybody in the black community is going to be broke. Right, it's going to be a 0 net wealth, but that's the average. That means there's going to be people who have and a whole lot of people who don't, and it's going to average out to 0. And I'm saying you and I don't have to be that black person who's at 0. right? We can actually do something about it. And I'm saying one of the ways we prepare for that and we can alter that is if we start now creating alternatives, saying, look, we need to start owning these very same things. And because remember, we're talking about wealth. We're talking about wealth. Why would it be at zero? Because we don't own the stuff, right? We don't manufacture the stuff, right? We don't put science and technology to use. And for those people who have jobs, many of you are going to lose your jobs because of automation, artificial intelligence, robotics, stuff like that. You're going to lose, right? You're going to lose those jobs. Those jobs are going away. And so we have to prepare ourselves for what's coming in the next coming years. And it's like, hey, we got to start owning stuff. We got to start owning stuff. And we got to get beyond, I'm going to say this too, we got to get beyond just cutting people's hair. We got to get beyond just having a beauty salon. You know what I mean? We got to get beyond just these basic skill sets. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with cutting hair and, you know, being able to do hair and just be a landscaper. But what I'm saying is we got to get into more higher forms of products and services. We got to get, you know, we got a long way to go, people, and we got to start now. We got to start learning how to create these things. Like, you know, like let's look at this vase that's on my desk, on my table rather, you know. It's on my table. We got to just learn how to make this stuff. My wife, she loves stuff like this. So she bought this, you know, from some store, farm home or something, collection, you know. But look what it says on the bottom, made in China, right? This stuff is manufactured. And I'm like, look, you may not be at a place where you can manufacture this, but at least get to the place where you could retail it. At least get to the place where you can at least start selling it. And then as you get more money, then you can get into the manufacturing side of things, right? So at least if we can just get into the retail side, you know what I mean? You may not be able to manufacture your own automobile, but perhaps, you know, you can get into retailing the automobile. Maybe you can own a car dealership, right? You own the car dealership and then you make enough money and stuff like that. Hopefully, you know, you make a couple of millions and millions and millions, and then you can get some loans and stuff like that and find other business partners. Then you can start manufacturing an automobile, right? So we may have to start at the retail and then eventually get into the manufacturing side of things. You may have to start off selling t-shirts, use Printful, use some of these other companies that sell t-shirts. But then once you make enough money, come on, you should now be able to start coming up with your own designs, or your own, you know, stuff like that. And then eventually you should be able to get your own sweatshop. Eventually you should be able to get your own manufacturing plant where you can start sewing the clothes and manufacturing the clothes on your own. We just have to get to the actual manufacturing side of things, because the manufacturers are the winners. You know, manufacturers and the retailers are the winners. The consumers don't win. It's the manufacturers and the retailers who are winning, right? So we got to get to that place of manufacturing, and we got to get to that place of retailing. Retailing is always easier because it's, you know, you're not making it, you're just selling it. You're buying low, selling high, right? You're buying at bulk and you're selling it, right? You may have to start off with retail, and then you can eventually get into manufacturing. So that's my call to action to all of y'all. Like, we got to figure this stuff out. We got to start making stuff. We got to start manufacturing stuff. I tip my hat off to China because they got it. They get it. The Asians get it. They took the time to learn science and technology, and they can basically manufacture anything. And I'm like, salute. I salute them. I'm like, I salute my Asian brothers and sisters, you know, and that, because we're all humans anyway, right? We're all related in some kind of way. You know, we all go back to scientific Adam. But I salute them. I'm like, you know what, man? Them Asians are killing it, man. They manufacturing everything. You know, you can go through your house. Probably 60% of the stuff in your house is manufactured in China or Asia somewhere. And I'm like, for them to manufacture those things, you got to have some intelligence. And all I'm saying is, black people, we got to start doing the same thing. We got to start manufacturing our stuff. If you're watching this from Africa, you got to start manufacturing stuff in Africa. If you're watching this video from Jamaica, you got to start manufacturing some stuff in Jamaica. If you're watching this from the United States, you got to put your heads together, your money together, your time together, your resources and all that, your skill sets, and we got to learn how to start manufacturing stuff. Time is running out. We got to get in this game, and we got to get in it real quick. You know, we can't just stay on these you know, lower level products. You know, I understand there's a time and a place for everything, so there's a time and a place for lower level products, but man, it's 2019 now. It's 2019 now. We got to start making some power move. We got to start making some products with a capital P and a capital R. Products, you know what I mean? Emphasis on the D, products, you know? We got to start getting into that, you know what I mean? We can't just be with just digital stuff, you know? We can't just be with just little small things and, you know, just little, you know, making little soap things and stuff like that. I'm like, those are great, but we got to get bigger than that, you know? And I'm not knocking. If you're doing soaps, do your soap thing. But for some of you out there, you can do more than that. You can do something bigger than that, you know, because we need it. We need somebody to make the lights. We need somebody to, look at this. Look at the color of my walls, right? You know, I got some nice colors in the house and stuff, but how many black people make paint, right? How many times do we use paint? Make some freaking paint. We got to paint our walls. Come on, brothers, sisters, make some paint, man. Come on, make something. Make some light bulbs, man. We need somebody to make some stoves, make some microwaves, you know, make some sinks, make some dish detergent, make some plates, make refrigerators, make bedroom sets, make lawnmowers. I mean, these are the stuff we use on a regular basis, right? These are the stuff that we use on a regular basis. Let's manufacture these things, because hear me when I tell you, I know this video is getting long, but I don't even care. I think this is very, very helpful. For those of you who watched it to the end, thumbs up, salute to you, right? But think about this. You know, people always talk about we need our own community, we need our own this, we need our own that. I'm like, whoa, slow your roll. You know, be careful what you wish for, because you might just get it, and when you get it, you're gonna be in trouble, right? Think about this. You want your own community. You want your own this. You want your own that. But when you get your own space, what you gonna do with all that space? All right? Because I'm like, y'all not using the space you got right now. You ain't using the knowledge you got right now. You're not using the science and the technology that's available to you right now. Like we're in an environment where we can make some paint. We're in an environment we can manufacture some furniture. If y'all not doing this stuff right now, what makes you think you're gonna be able to do it real quick the moment stuff hit the fan? No, you got to prepare for this stuff. You know, you can't wait till you get in war to start making machines, war machines and bullets and guns. You got to be prepared for war. You know, you can't just wait till you are drowning in the ocean and then now you want to manufacture some life jackets. It's too late. It's going to be too late to manufacture life jackets. You got to be thinking about that stuff before you even get on the water. You got to be thinking about boats, manufacturing boats before you get out in the deep ocean, right? You got to be thinking about those things beforehand. You got to plan, you got to strategize, you got to put things together. You just don't go out there and then now you want to put all this stuff together at the last minute, right? I hear y'all talk, you know, because sometimes black folks, we talk a big game, but let's be honest, man. We talk a big game. We got like, hey, we want to do this and we're going to do this and we're going to do this. But I'm like, most of our jobs don't even come from us. And if white people were to fire y'all be in trouble. Right? Y'all be scared because there's no alternative. That's what I'm saying. There's no alternative. There's no alternative. I'm saying you got to create these alternatives, man. You know, you have to create these alternatives. And I think it's just the right thing to do. I just think it's the manly thing to do. I think every nation, every culture, every race, that's exactly what they do. And all I'm saying is, why aren't we doing it? How come we don't make our own paint? Like I'm not saying we got to make all the paint in the world. No, I'm just saying we need to be a part of the game. That's all I'm saying. You know, don't leave it up to Sherman Williams to do it all. Don't leave it up to Lowe's and Home Depot to do it all. I'm saying you join the game. I need to join the game. We all need to be a part of the game. We all need to be participating in the game. The problem is we're not in the game. We're not in the game. You know, our name is not even on any of those shelves. Our products are not on any of those shelves, right? We're not in the manufacturing game. Let's just be honest. We're not in the manufacturing games. Look at the shoes you got on. I guarantee you ain't got no shoes on that black people made. You know what I mean? You know, even the clothes you got on, even if the clothes are like, even the clothes that we wear, we didn't make them. You know, yeah, we probably put our logo on them, but we didn't make them. We didn't manufacture them. You know what I mean? We just put our logo on it, and that's it. I'm saying now we got to get into the manufacturing game. We got to get in the creation game, you know, and we got to get into the retail game. Yeah, you know, the retail is a little bit easier. We got to get into it, but we definitely got to get into the manufacturing game. And in order to do that, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to require science and technology. You're going to have to be good at math. You're going to have to be good in science. You're going to have to be good in biology. You're going to have to be good in technology and all those kind of things. You know, you're going to have to understand those things. And I think it's very, very important. You know, we need to know engineering, architecture. You know, these are the things we got to learn. And I just like, you know, and it hurts my heart when I look at the younger generation. I'm like, wow, this is the world they're going to inherit. And I'm like, you know what? You know, I kind of feel bad. I'm just like, you know, they're going to have it tough. If we don't help, if we don't change the way we participate, then we're going to lose the game, you know? And I don't know about you, but this is a game. And and guess what? And the best men will win, right? If you're lazy, you're not going to win. If you're complacent, you're not going to win. If your head is in the sand, you're not going to win. If you're a complainer, if you're blaming everybody else but yourself, you're not going to win. You're not going to win. I mean, we could blame racism, but that's not going to make us win. We go, oh, they're racist. You know, that's not going to make you win. That's not going to help you do good on a test. That's not going to help you manufacture products. That's not going to build you wealth. Because when you're done complaining, you're going to have to do something. When you're done complaining, you're going to need a solution. So my whole purpose is work on the solution and don't worry about, you know, see the problem, conquer the problem, overcome it, focus on a solution. Don't sit in the corner and cry like a baby. We got a lot of work to do. So all I'm saying is we need to start manufacturing products. We need to create products that black people need, that black people don't currently manufacture. And we got a whole lot of work to do, you know? Got a whole lot of work to do. Watch this. You may have to go to Africa and build those factories, right? Because the real estate over here in America may be too expensive, right? So maybe, you know, this is where we got to go back to Africa, buy up some land and build some factories. We may have to go to Jamaica, buy up some land because it's definitely going to be cheaper and build some factories. We may have to go to Bahamas. We may have to go to Haiti, Ghana, Nigeria, right? Different, you know, and that's where we build our factories so that we can then, you know, ship the products back over here to the United States. I'm just saying that it can be done. It can be done, period, all right? Okay, so I'm done talking. This is Samuel Genus with Predict Your Business. I'm gonna see you in the next video, and I hope that you start creating a product, you know, you start thinking about it and you start pooling your resources, and you start getting the right people together, you start laying out, you know, drawing it out, coming up with a prototype and stuff like that, and then finding people who got the money to help you take this thing to the next level, all right? So again, Samuel Genus with Predict Your Business. I will see you in the next video. Take care.